Yes, that you need to do it.
Okay, excellent. We'll get started in 1 second.
We're good. This is a video, and when it starts, I'll slide the screen over, and it'll be this. Gotcha. Perfect. Good. I'm glad I'm getting a little bit of this. It should be. Yeah. Send the video. Yeah, send the video. I promise you they're ready. It's not. Make it up.
Yeah. So there's usually a sign in.
Really? Really? But I'm trying to. Once I'm off stage, I don't want to talk to them. I'm so shy. Like, it's like even with big things like my social battery goes down so fast. But like on stage, I love it. I'm good at the one. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not good at the no. Oh my god. Yeah. It's like my brain splits. Like, yeah. Like I came here last week a little bit late. And someone over here yelled my name, but there were 90 people in the room, and I was like, it was like it just like and like so I was like, I don't know who said that. I walked into this, it's gonna be a panic attack. So like, I went in, I came back and looked out. It was just like that moment was just like, oh. Are we running anything from this meeting? No? Okay.
I don't know.
I get that totally different person. I think about it. I don't count laughs, but like the laughs are how I know it's working. Like that's got a couple minutes. The slideshow has been activated. So I'm just trying to say what each slide's about. You know, like, anytime you put a QR code out, try and move it up to the next one.
It's Carmen.
I was in the building. I saw her. He's here. I saw her. She greeted me personally.
Oh, person.
Yeah, you saw the slide. Okay. It's a wild story.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to Women in Cups. My name is Drake Pfeiffer of Oakland Thrive, and I'm giving my colleague the grand approval of this my game, Daryl Cookies, a much needed break. Daryl's on vacation, but he deserves it. He definitely deserves it. There is an iPad that is circulating around the room. Please sign into it so we can make certain that you are on our mailing list for future Women Cups, and so that we can stay in communication with you, and so that we can know that you're here. My name, again, is Drake Pfeiffer, Oakland Thrive. Oakland Thrive this month celebrates 3 years as an organization in Oakland County that exists solely to support entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and small business owners throughout Oakland County. And we do that through direct consulting, and we do that through a program that we have, a B2B consulting program where we pair entrepreneurs with specialists in 6 different subject matter areas, which include HR, accounting, marketing, business, IT, as well as legal. We offer a number of free workshops all throughout the county, generally free. I think we probably charge for about 2% of our events, so please enjoy those. If you're not an Oakland County resident, the good thing is you can participate in all of those workshops and trainings free of charge. If you are outside of Oakland County and you would like our direct consultation services, you'd have to get an Oakland County address. So no better place to do that than Incubizo. You can do that here. So we're in the right place today. And so Want to just thank, I should say, welcome you to 100 Cups. 100 Cups is taking place at over 160 different locations today around the country where folks are doing the exact same thing we're doing. It's a free nationwide community that was built specifically for entrepreneurs. It was launched in 2012 down in Kansas City by the Kauffman Foundation. And it is where ideas gain momentum through connection. And again, it is it's every Wednesday, and it's just about inclusive, honest, and unfiltered startup conversations, which we're going to have today. And before we get started, I want a show of hands of those who are here for the first time today. All right, okay, all right, all right. You get a prize, you get a prize, you get a prize. And I don't know if David is delivering those prizes today or not. But David, are you delivering? Okay. And if you're a past presenter, please raise your hand. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And if you are part of the volunteer organizing committee, raise your hand. Awesome. So, you know, I love doing that. I love that exercise. I love seeing, this is a wonderful crop of new folks. So the crusade continues. So thank you for being here. And David is getting you your gift. So please keep your hand raised when he walks out.
First timers only.
Pardon me?
First timers only.
First timers only, yes. You want me to just underscore that? The partners of this whole voyage are the place where we are, Incubizo. Again, Oakland Thrive, the Madison Heights, Hazel Park Chamber of Commerce, P&P Photography, and Elaine Photo. And we know who that is. That is Carmen Elaine. Our coffee sponsor today, each week, we invite a coffee sponsor to provide the wonderful coffee and the wonderful pastries that you're enjoying right now. Hopefully you're enjoying. And today, we have such a sponsor that has provided wonderful treats for us. His name is Jung of Michigan Farm Bureau of Family of Companies. I'm gonna let him come forward and give a little bit about his story. Thank you, John. Come on up.
Check. Good? There we go. All right, so I'll keep this pretty brief, but again, excited to be here. My name is John Coral. I'm with Michigan Farm Bureau. I'm an owner broker of my own agency based out of Detroit.
John, can you go for the camera, please?
Yes, I can. So again, I'm happy to be here. So I want to thank our host today. We love this place, we love this space. It's always awesome to be here. So thank you for having us. Obviously, Daryl and Christina. Christina is the person who sets up the coffee hour, so thank them. And then this 1 million cups community. So I know by now you're like, what's the picture of the guy in front of the Coliseum? What the whole point is this is part of my story. I'd like you guys to get to know me a little bit as well. This summer I was on a vacation of my life with my dad in Italy. Shortly after this picture was taken, I got a phone call. And I go, I know who this is. This is the vice president that hired me at a large company in Detroit that does mortgages. And I'm like, why is this guy calling me? He knows I'm on vacation. And he called, he said, hey, I got bad news for you, Bubba. We're gone. We're gone. All 400 of us, we're gone. And I go, what? So as I shared with a lot of you and have shared personally, that was the day that I exited corporate America. Not by my choosing. And so I was literally like in the corner, but with my phone. My dad's like, what are you on your phone? And got that news that I was out. So like many of you all, that was my exit of corporate America. But as I was doing that, I ran into Oakland Thrive. And I met many of you all. I started coming to these events, and I shared with my teammate, Brita in the corner, also Michigan Farm Bureau. You know, I found an amazing community, a supportive community. And obviously, I've been in training, so I've been basically missing for the last month. But before that, I was here like every Wednesday because you all became my community. So I really appreciate the opportunity. This is like exciting for me because you supported me as I was getting started. And eventually, Michigan Farm Bureau hired me, and I contracted and opened my own brokerage in January. A little bit about me. Born in Seoul, South Korea. Moved here when I was young. Raised in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Went to Hope College on the west side of the state. Originally was going to play sports. Found myself on a 104-man football roster. I'm 5'7". Who would kid? Also moved to Germany and Austria after graduation. Attended the University of Michigan at Flint for my master's degree, and then have worked in multiple different sectors. So it's just constantly evolving, changing. So that actually helped prepare me for my next step. I was like, all right, cool, what's next? Another thing about me, I am a cancer survivor recently, and I'm a father of 2 and a husband. The biggest prize is getting to watch these 2 grow up. Is my kids. So that's Cecilia and Sean. So anyway, biggest surprise I always appreciate. People like, hey, you can't survive. That's awesome. I'm like, hey, that's good. But the biggest thing is getting to see these 2 kids grow up. So I want to talk a little bit about Michigan Farm Bureau. It is a Michigan company. I want to stress that. It's not based in Illinois. It's not based in Springfield, Missouri. It's based in Lansing, Michigan. Our headquarters are there. It was founded in 1919 as a voice for Michigan agriculture. There's even a side of the business that still advocates for Michigan farmers and agricultural community. So they go to Lansing, like they lobby for that group. So kind of by working with us, you actually help the agricultural community as well. And including with that is urban farms and urban ag, which is my push because I'm in the Southeast. So I'm going to some of these openings of some urban farm centers and stuff and making sure they get in the mix as well. It's like 65–70% of the farms in Michigan are covered by us. So it's pretty exciting. They have a long history, and 70% of any market is pretty much a monopoly. But that's not all of it. We also have the products and the insurance things that can help folks in this area as well. And that's why I'm here. So these are our services that we offer. Home and auto, farm, and commercial is where you come in. I have the license to write policies on all of these as well as life insurance. Again, I always talk about this before. You know, as a cancer survivor, recently I also totaled a car and walked away. And so I'm like, man, I'm on. How many we got here, right? And I was like, you know, but my wife did ask me. She's like, hey, so all these cheating death here, but what would happen if you didn't come home? And my wife's a school teacher at a charter school. She's not making a ton of money. So that is actually a question that we're working through now as a family. And I always ask people, you know, insurance, people think insurance, they think about your car, your little certification, your glove box. But insurance can also include life insurance, where you take a policy on yourself, and then should you pass for any reason, God forbid, somebody like myself would be standing there, not literally, but standing there with a check for $1.6 million, right? So their policies can start in as little as like $50 a month. So just to point out, though, that is something that we offer, and we're definitely leaning into here as well. So I want to thank you. Yeah, I improvise. That's the back of my business card. I think it's fine. But like I said, I'm very, very excited to be here. It's an honor. It's a pleasure. We got some great presenters today. So I will be set up here. And then this is the last thing here. So yes, this is from a thrift store. So it's not new. But this is actually just you know, we stand on the shoulder of giants. My father kind of taught me the definition of work, right? I grew up at his workplace playing on the floor on Saturdays and Sundays. He had one of these. He's from the 50s, so he's got one of these, right? He's going to work. So I found this at a thrift store, and what I'm asking today is for you folks to drop your business card in the top, and I'll do a drawing. I'll do it afterwards, and then I'll email everybody on Thread and let you know who won, and then I'll deliver it to you personally. But on that business card, you can put on there just a little note like, hey, quote me out for home and auto. I want to see if I can save some money. Or, hey, I was talking to a bank and they said in order to get this SB loan, I need a business insurance quote. Can you help me out? Or if you have a business insurance already, what's your expiration date so that I can speak with you then and see about renewal? I would work with you as early as 2 months in advance to plot a direction. And like I said, all those farmers and companies and businesses that we already insure can be pretty competitive. So that's everything again, but thanks again, and I hope you enjoyed the coffee and pastries.
Thank you, John, for that inspirational story. Thank you. I didn't feel like you were selling us anything.
I was, though, the whole time.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to get to the good part soon, to today's presenters, but before we do that, just want to give an overview of some of the upcoming presenters. You can see Downtime, Five Stones, all the way, we have presenters all the way until April 15th, so if you are interested in presenting, please let someone from the organizing committee know, and we will get you on board. And with that, and then of course, if you want to do it later, you can always scan this QR code to put yourself in the queue. And with that, we have our first presenter of the day, 1212 Coffee. And when I hear that, I think I tell 12 long, but tell 1212 Coffee, our story rooted in love. So Denitra, please make your way to the stage. Make some noise.
Good morning. I told Crêpe earlier, I was like, 8:30 is something. And I was like, where is everybody? And he's like, they're gonna be here. Y'all up in here at 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So good morning. I'm Denitra Townsend Gregory. The name of my company is 1212 Coffee Company. And our story really is rooted in love. So it all started on our wedding day. Immediately after we got married, we went on a coffee date at one of our favorite coffee shops, just to check in with one another, just to see how we were doing before the reception, and just to commune, just to connect. I am and have been a coffee lover. I've introduced my husband to coffee, and now he's a coffee lover. So coffee literally is a bridge for us. On Sunday mornings especially, we get a chance to reconnect over coffee, to plan what our next company is gonna look like, or just to reconnect. And coffee has become a ritual for us. Again, it's become a ritual of connection. We view coffee as a means to slow down and pause versus the caffeine of getting ready to go and hustle. So we want to invite you into our world. If you haven't noticed already, 1212 Coffee Company was named after when we got married on December 12th, 2018. So that's where the name came from. So we think that the problem today is that coffee is looked at as fuel for productivity versus, and everything is fast and transactional. And we think that you deserve to pause. You deserve to pause over coffee. And if you're not a coffee lover, I hope that you will be coffee curious today, because I brought in some samples, but even over tea or whatever your beverage of choice is, we invite you to pause. We want to give you permission to pause. We are a small batch coffee and lifestyle brand. We have one bean right now. It is from Uganda. So our importers are in California, and we get coffee imported to Detroit, and it is roasted here locally. So if you buy a bag of beans today, they've been roasted as last Thursday. So they're gonna be fresh for you. Again, we're locally roasted, and we're redefining coffee culture as a ritual versus a routine. That's the solution to a very fast and transactional world we live in. What's the challenge? Money. We've currently started our company. We've got our green beans imported over, but we only have one bean. It's a Uganda bean. It's from Africa. I hope you will try it, but we want to expand now. We want to bring in another African bean. We want to do some blends, and so we need money. We need more money. You said you too, yes. We need more money, I should say. So what we're working on right now, again, product expansion. We want to bring in additional beans, and we want to introduce homewares. So really, really nice ceramic mugs. We actually are meeting with a maker next week to partner with them. So we want to have really special, exclusive collections when it comes to our homeware as well. We want to expand our marketing, and we want to start a subscription program. Our progress to date, we just launched December 12th, right? We've sold out of our first 3 batches already, and they weren't small batches. They were small batches, but they weren't small batches. We've established a social media presence. We've partnered with one stockist, so if you want to buy coffee and not have to buy it online, you can visit Redesign and Restoration, which is another small, Black-owned, woman-owned business in East Village. We have a hospitality partner now. We are in one Airbnb, and that is North Corktown Loft, which is obviously in Corktown. Again, we're in talks with one ceramic collaborator for a mug collection. We've participated in one pitch competition. We've participated in numerous pop-ups and will continue to do so. We've participated in Prosper Us, and then we've hosted and co-hosted several community events, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What we've learned is that customer and community education is important. Like I said, people think and use coffee for productivity, and we want to educate on a slower way to live. So slow living, why we only sell whole beans. Why we only sell whole beans. We get flack about this all the time, and we sell whole beans only because we want coffee to be an experience for you. It's a whole process. Grinding your beans is very beneficial emotionally, mentally. The smell is more pungent, so forth and so on. And the brewing process. I did not know that other people who loved coffee did not know about other brewing processes besides a drip. So we are educating our customers and community as we grow. And then we've learned that continued networking and partnership alignment is important. So because we're slower living, we might not do well in a faster paced environment. So just aligning with other partners who share our convictions. And we have an upcoming event, the Art of the Pour, which will be a guided conversation on pouring back into yourself. And we'll also do a pour over demo. So there'll be coffee, tea, hors d'oeuvres, and this happening this Saturday at our stockist, at our partner, Redesign and Restoration. Thanks for that plug. What I'm asking, we need money. I'm asking for help in identifying funding sources. I'm asking if you know of any other partners or collaborators who might be along the lines or in the space of slow living, that you let me know. And then I'm asking for one marketing idea. So those are our asks. And then you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at 1212 Coffee Company. My husband could not be here this morning, but we are the co-founders. And then this is the QR code for our website, 1212 Coffee Company.
Awesome. Thank you, Denitra. That was an awesome presentation. And I certainly feel the love in the processing and obviously the name, 1212 being your wedding day. So congratulations on a wonderful maiden voyage, I'll say. And so is there anyone here who has some feedback for Denitra so that she can take 1212 to the next level? Please make your way up. And Juwan, I knew he was coming, man. I was. Yeah.
So you can buy coffee online at our website at www.12, the number written out, and the number 12 coffeeco.com. So that's 1212coffeeco.com. We are in Redesign and Restoration, which is at 9912 Kirchable in East Village. So those are the two places right now. And thank you. That's my girl. I brought coffee, y'all. Two things. I brought an AirPod for you to sample before you buy, and then I did, thank you. Libby, this is my first time meeting Libby, and like, we already are best friends. So I brought bags of coffee. So, and it's easy to purchase. We can use your tapper, or I have a tapper for your debit card. But thank you, Libby.
Hello, how are we doing?
Hi.
Good. Kawami. Cloth served.
All right, continue.
Okay, fantastic. And one, I love this. I love drinking coffee. I have a shameless addiction to it. There's a couple things, questions that I have when you say you're looking for funding. I'm going to assume a couple things. You already have your Dun & Bradstreet, you already built a business credit profile, all that fun stuff. Okay, fantastic. So there's an organization, shameless plug, I am affiliated with it, QT Biz Solutions. They're the only capital acquisition firm that I know of in the Detroit metropolitan area has a money-back guarantee. Meaning, if you fit a criteria, you go through the capital acquisition process, and they will guarantee funding for you. And they typically work with small business owners, and I know they help business owners, particularly in your industry, which is why I'd recommend you take a look at it. Okay. Give them a phone call, ask them some questions. As I was thinking and listening to you, you have an interesting thing that I haven't heard anyone really talk much about, an idea of pouring into yourself over coffee, as opposed to just sipping on it, like you said, for productivity. I mean, I think it would be like cool if you started doing like, maybe not in podcasts, but if you started having situations where you're having these type of conversations, inviting entrepreneurs into it, and then capturing points of it, right? I thought that would be pretty cool. Also, there's a couple coffee shops that I want to refer you to. Detroit Sip. I want to refer you to Detroit Beautiful. They just opened up another location off Livernois and 6 Mile. And those coffee shops are chill, right? People aren't going in there to get some work done. They're in there having genuine conversations. Community members show up there all the time. it wouldn't hurt for you to have a conversation with them about your theme and what it is you're looking to accomplish. And those are a couple of things that like really came to mind. But I love your theme. I love the ideal that you have here. Capture some of it.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
Yeah.
My name is Michael, and one of the resources I know is very beneficial to Michigan's Small Business Development Group, down in Wixom. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, but they have free grant coaching. And a lot of their money is tied into Michigan business for the Great Lakes food businesses. So once you tie it up, you get the help you need and get the money, but also they have tied with other food businesses outside the country.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Muse. Anyone else? Is that it? Is that it for Denitra? Please, yes, okay. I feel like I'm like, come right on. And you're a first timer, so thank you for adding to the. Yes. Well,
Hello and congratulations. My name is Michelle Armstrong. I own an advertising agency and I'm here on behalf of the sales AI part of it. When you talk about money and needing funding, one of the things that always comes up is the sales part of it and how you are forecasting your revenue and what you're doing to sell the product. I didn't hear much about what your sales plan was in this presentation. So what I'm bringing to you is, have you considered wholesale distribution? Okay, I'm making assumptions too. Have you connected with a network of people who are related or have a connection to businesses that you would be interested in selling? For example, Woodward Corner Market. Have you approached them? And if you haven't, I would offer up an opportunity for you to do that because they absolutely specialize in Michigan-based businesses and products throughout the store. So that's on Woodward just up the way. Furthermore, on a sales side, I didn't hear much about how you're putting yourself out there from a sales perspective. So if we're trying to earn money and make money, not only do we go for the grants and the funding from support, but we look for it for sales. So I was hoping that you could share a little bit about how that is, and I can offer to you some solutions where you can connect with business owners who offer it as a boutique type of thing, and also connect you to roasters. I have a couple of them, and maybe having a local source as well as what you have be part of your supply chain. That would give you some cost savings, but that's a whole other conversation. So if you're interested, that's what I have to offer you.
I am. So our roaster is in Detroit.
Excellent.
I was gonna say it, but I don't. He's in Detroit, and we are actually in the talks with a restaurant that's right around the corner from us in terms of wholesale and a couple of other places.
What's your sales people, what's your sales, how you're pushing yourself out there, getting yourself, are you the only boots on the street?
Yes.
Like many of us here. So if you're looking for a sales avenue, a lot of that has to do with people who will know your product and be able to get in front of other people. So I just didn't hear a lot about how you're gonna do that, so my next week. How do you see that? And if that's something that you're looking to do, I can connect you with a list of people who are buyers for products like yours. Is that helpful?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Make
you.
that happen.
Thank you.
thank you.
Good morning. Hi, my name is Lily. I do leadership development and coaching. And something I noticed about your presentation and you is that you have just this natural magnetism. And I looked at your profile really quickly on Instagram just to see what you were doing on there. And I loved the focus on ritual and connection and slow living. And I really think you should lean really heavy into that. I think there's a really good partnership opportunity with businesses like me or ERGs that are at companies doing little coffee chats and need just a small facilitation at the beginning of the event. I think that could open you up into some coffee partnerships with corporate groups as well. So just wanted to share that. So excited to see you grow. Thank you.
Good morning.
I'm Donnie, I'm a content creator and influencer. And first things first, I already looked at your Instagram. Kudos on having a good Instagram. Like it has content, it looks good, it's clean. That's what we love to see. And you have such a beautiful story too. I would say one of the coolest things is to lean into that story because people love to hear it, love to hear the story, love to see the story. You can even use influencers for that. Tons of influencers love coffee, tea, the connection, that kind of thing. Supporting those kind of businesses. I say totally lean into that because you have an amazing product. I'm gonna buy some of that.
Thank you.
And yes, connect with me. I want to connect.
Okay, great.
I think I follow you. You might not follow me. I follow you.
Had a great presentation. Two things I would say is kind of piggybacking off what he said. I would lean into telling your story. I'm interested. I want to hear about it as well. I also want to hear about these Uganda farmers. I want to hear about the coffee roasters in Detroit. There aren't that many coffee roasters in Detroit.
There are actually.
Okay. See, I'm ignorant. See, so you have. So what I'm saying is the nice thing is you can kind of tell those stories, and people will be really interested in that. And then if one of them catches and goes viral, it's going to get crazy. The second thing I would say as well is, I know you're already doing that, but I think a little bit about your product and your story is like the early days of the Michigan beer market, when people were showing up at bars and, could you serve my beer? I serve a small batch, whatever. The next thing you know, they turn into like a giant beer conglomerate with like 15 different products or something like that. So I think going to those coffee shops or maybe obviously a great food launch innovation area is Eastern Market could be really positive for getting your brand out there. Of course.
Hi, I'm Lindsaya, and I'm a wellness warrior, and also I am a self-love speaker. And so first off, I came up, but then he didn't promote himself, and I was like, Donnie, get him to come do content at your space. That's what I think you should lean into, having him come do a review, because that puts you in front of a lot of people. In addition to that, I think speaking about, you talked about how coffee pours into you and that self-love component. And so I think reaching out to people who are hosting events like that and coming in and looking at partnership, sponsorship, ways in which you can put your product in front of their people would be really advantageous, and making it available even at a discounted rate during the event would be exceptional too. Yeah.
Thank you. So Denitra, great job. You got a lot of feedback. Anything that stood out today that you want to take back and put into effect immediately? You on the spot?
No, I appreciate all the input, and mostly everything what you all have said, we are either working on or have thought about. So those of you who came up to me, please, let's connect after this program so we can start making it happen. Thank you.
Thank you. And one last thing I want to say is you're based in Detroit. I don't know, I heard you mention Prosperous, but I didn't hear you mention Tech Town or Detroit Economic Growth Committee. But if you don't have contacts with either of those, we do have a partnership with both those organizations, so they can certainly provide you some assistance as well. So we'll put you in their inbox so that you can start working with them as well. But lovely story, wonderful product. I know it's a wonderful product because it's made with love. I'm going to buy some myself. And thank you very much, Denitra.
Thank you.
And our next presenter, Dennis Williams. Dennis, I see you. Dennis is the owner of the Crêpe, and I know his crepes are good because we had him at our last Open Thrive event a couple of weeks ago, and there weren't very many left. So that was a clear sign that folks enjoyed the crepes. So please, let's welcome Dennis Williams of the Crêpe to present. Thank you, Dennis. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever find yourself in downtown Gordon Loc, I want you to check out the Crêpe restaurant. It's a French restaurant that specializes in crepes. And what a crepe is a thin, there you go. Yep. I see that now. A crepe is a thin pancake, and what we do with that thin pancake, we have ingredients as chicken, steak, salmon, shrimp. We have the ability to go vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free. For breakfast and lunch right now, and you can bring your own bottle, there's no port charge. Now, before I said that, how many people heard of the crepe before? That's what's up. Well, for the other ones that haven't, that's my problem right there. We'll be 10 years in April, and we see Le Crêpe as two different restaurants. There's pre-COVID and there's post-COVID. Pre-COVID, we had programs in place. The restaurant was coasting. I don't think it was mostly because of me, because of the reputation. During COVID, I lost my chef to COVID, my dishwasher to COVID, and my other chef was diagnosed with lupus. So that forced me to go into the kitchen and become the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. Well, what happened with that is I was no longer the CEO of the company, and I just waited on business to come in, and business didn't come in. My lunch crowd, because you people don't go to work anymore, you work at home, it decreased by 60%. So through programs like Goldman Sachs, I am a 10,000 business graduate, and recognizing that I was the problem with the company. And so we started programs to just get business back. We're focusing more on catering. We're focusing more on corporate meals and events. Now, Le Crêpe is the widget in which we do things, but the why of what we do things, it's about legacy and community. Legacy, I have 3 kids. I want to make sure that my kids do better than me, as my mother wanted to make sure I did better than her. But I keep moving forward to make sure they do better than me on a much larger scale. Community is, we believe that the dollar have to go through our community. I should just get back on the camera. I keep doing that. My bad.
Our international fans want to see you too.
I'm okay with that. I appreciate that. We want to make sure that the dollar goes around in our community 7 times. And being a small business owner, we just want to make sure that if I need any type of widget, I'm in the room, because as I was taught, all the answers are in the room. I want to make sure that my printing comes from Dwayne, that my desserts come from Jackie, that my marketing comes from Joanna. I just want to make sure that there's a touch point that when people come to patronize me, I want to do the same. I know I suck at it. I'm saying all this stuff. I promise you I'm saying all this stuff.
You're great.
Okay. So my ask is that, one, you come by the restaurant, check out my peach cobbler crepe. I have a peach cobbler crepe that tastes better than the lady at the second service with the arms in the basement peach cobbler. That's how good this peach cobbler is, and I stand by it. I want you to check out our breakfast options, our lunch options, and also my ask is, when it's time for your corporate lunch, deliveries to your house, we're on all the portals. Just consider Le Crêpe Restaurant for your dining needs. I thank you. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Wonderful presentation. And now for the class to come up.
Where are y'all going?
We need to mark the spot.
Yes.
For today, you should. Okay, so thanks, Donnie. Yes. And I will hand those out. My goal is to shake everyone's hand in here and introduce you to that great life. Yes, sir. How's it going? I'm Donnie. I'm a content creator and influencer, and make sure I'm in the camera. So your social media, you got a lot of stuff going on in there. You have not had an influencer come by, as far as I can tell. That is going to push your business to the stratosphere. So having any content creator or influencer come out, it's going to make sure that you're in front of hundreds of thousands of people, like immediately. So I want to connect with you, and one of the cool things that a lot of restaurants do are social media, like content creator events, where a lot of creators come together at the same time, and you get tons and tons of content all at once, and it's getting pushed out to their audiences. So, I had a creator event like 3 months ago,
that footage went on. I want to meet you. I want to kick the ball. I want to talk to you. But we had a whole creator event. We had about 30 creators come by, go live, tell the story of the Crêpe. But if it's not on there, then that means that you don't get the sound of the voice of the tree fall. So yes, I want to ask you.
Okay, perfect. Connect.
Yes, sir.
So David Benjamin, I'm a marketing consultant. I've worked with Donnie and I can vouch for him and what he's talking about. But looking at your social media now, what you're not really doing is you're not highlighting the food. You're not showing people the great food that you're producing.
Okay.
You have a lot of like flyers and event stuff, but I would showcase the food a little bit more. And obviously, in partnership with influencers that really are going to help highlight your food. That's just something you might want to think about. Because at the end of the day, that's what drives us to go to a restaurant is, wow, that looks great. It may not be the first or second time I see it, but the third or fourth, it's like, I gotta go. So just something to think about.
Thank you.
I had to come over here. This is one of my brothers right here. Right here. Plug. You love, when the first thing you think about crepes, you think about, like you said, the peach cobbler crepe. But like, I'm addicted to like the steak with the Florence.
It's a ribeye truffle crepe. We take a pan-seared ribeye with wild mushroom blend, Swiss spinach, inside our buttery crepe with a truffle zip sauce.
And I'm addicted so much to everything else on this menu. I keep going back to the same thing. Me and the wife and the kid came out, and my son loved the fruit crepe, the peach cobbler cake. I think we went to another crepe. But I think a couple people said the same thing we talked about. Yes, I do the printing, I do signage, but once again, the influencers are really the big thing, and also highlighting your food. So when we're there, we're taking videos of your food and we're reposting it. But if you're a content creator or just yourself, have somebody come in there. So even if it costs you a couple $100, you want to definitely get your money back in revenue. Also, promotional products, I do that. But I think too, even when you present, because your logo is nice, it's clean, it does what it needs to do. And I would be wearing my apparel everywhere I go and even try to sell it in the stores. People would love to wear something great with the Paris theme to it. So I think a little bit probably like some branded shirts and put them in your, put them in your store, and then I bet you a lot of people will be wearing them for you.
Salute. I appreciate that. All right, big friends.
Okay. Go ahead, come closer. There we go. Man, your personality, I'm not even familiar with what it is you do. But just listening to you talk about your food was enough for me to put my head up to my work and say that later on, sometime this week, I'm gonna take my significant other and we're gonna go check it out and show you, right? I mean, straight up, like the gentleman said it earlier, and I hate to be redundant because that's the man when it comes to talking about cuisine and whatnot. But the bottom line is, if you had like your background, your voice, talking about your food and showcasing that more, that would be hot. Because you sharp, man, and you sound really good, really excited, really enthusiastic. What it is, like you're not selling White Castle. You know what I mean? Like you're actually offering food that I think high-end, sophisticated people would be interested in. And advice I would give you is the same thing I gave to the earlier entrepreneur. Man, invite people to that restaurant and let them have conversations eating your food. Like I'm thinking about what is that episode, that show Hot Wings? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
when they sit down in Hot Wings and they talking about stuff. Okay. Man, invite people into that, right?
What time will you pull up?
I'll pull up.
Okay.
Actually, you already sold me. Like there are also like community events that take place throughout the Detroit metropolitan area, right? You don't have to just focus on Royal Oak, right? I know there are councilmen, I know there are business owners who are meeting at places looking for food, right? Even some of the events I'm gonna start throwing here, I'm looking for something different as opposed to typical Subway pizza. You know what I mean? Okay. So the extent to which you get your information out in front of entrepreneurs who are already having meetings, already having these discussions, like, man, use that personality and attract the attention you deserve. I got it. Yeah, I got it. Appreciate that. All right, bro.
I thank you.
Dennis.
Nice to meet you. Chris, I love your place. You're your former chef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, love it. Kids love it. So I can vouch for this guy. Our kids love it. Thing is, for us, we took our experience with the Crêpe was different. The place, the setting, the ambiance. I don't know if anybody who hasn't been there, it's, you got the train tracks right there in the back. So, you got the Amtrak coming in and out. It's a vibe there. I like the setting. It's a great lunch date. So I think it's a whole thing, that I think we're missing, right? Like when we first got there, I'm like, this is a cool place, like hidden gem. I know everybody's telling you to do content creators. For me, I hate it because it's getting away for everybody else. But when content creators get a hold of something, there goes the neighborhood. Yeah, right.
Some money.
Right. I got weed. I'm like, coffee shop. I'm like, no, don't say it. Just keep it down low. Keep it fresh. No, what? No, at least 6 or 10. I got 3 kids, so they eat. Yeah. So I got to pick my,
They don't eat chicken nowadays.
No. My kids will steak, that steak Crêpe. That's it. No fish fry, no fish fingers.
Sushi and crab.
I wish I knew about that BYOB. I never knew it was BYOB. I'll play that up. That's what I was in Chicago. And BYOB. And here I didn't know that they could do that.
Yeah,
So I don't know what transplants or people coming into the city, if there's such a thing, I would play that up. If I knew that. Appreciate you. Thanks, guys.
I'm great. Congratulations on this. I know it's a lot of work. So again, Michelle Armstrong with Tag Multimedia and IgniteSales.ai. So a couple things for you. When people are thinking about food, and especially business owners, sometimes you're competing with other businesses. So the lifetime of an idea or a thought or a branding campaign lasts at maximum 3 days, okay? 3 days. So if you think about people, and when everybody leaves here, everybody's gonna have to have lunch. It's very possible they might not remember to stop at the Crêpe for lunch. So you're gonna need to put a campaign in place to remind people of what their options are at lunchtime or dinner time. So I don't know if you have a plan for that, but there are marketing people here who can probably help you with that. The second thing that I've heard that has been very exciting for me is that in this fast-paced lifestyle that was brought about earlier, one of the things that has taken off are wraps because you can get them and get them to go. And you said that COVID hit your business hard. You, based on what I've just heard about what you make and what you said, you have a sophisticated wrap.
Yes,
And so maybe there's an angle where you can target people who are looking for something more ritual than routine, and it gets a lifestyle and a certain appeal that they have. So when you're looking at how you're marketing your business, the influencers are going to do everything they can to drive people to your site, create awareness. Let's capture that, find a way to capture that, and reach back out to them at times when you might not be top of mind with them. So that is my that's
I will leave you hanging.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Michelle. So Dennis, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Drake. How are you
I'm
doing?
doing thank you. Well, you did a wonderful job. Let's give Dennis a round of applause. You got a fun personality, man. And just trying to tell you a story. You're doing the right thing. You're at the right places. One of the things I wanted to mention, I used to be the operations manager at the Charles H. Wright Museum. And we had select caterers that we added to our list. And I noticed a couple of weeks ago, I did an event at the Detroit Historical Museum, and you're on their list. I think that one way that you can help grow your the catering component of your business is to get on more lists like that at event spaces so that you will see that influx of business coming from those folks. So I don't know if that's been part of your outreach, but I think that can help significantly. I think you have a wonderful product, wonderful reputation, and that the sky's the limit. I don't know if you work with Donna, who works with Oakland Thrive, one of our consultants, but she's our restaurant consultant. But certainly want to plug you into her and plug you into some of the other resources that we have. But again, thank you. And anything that you heard today that's stuck in your head?
Like all of them. And Donna has been on the market.
Okay. Awesome. 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 Well, let's give it up and thank you, Dennis. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
What?
All right. And we have a few events coming up. We have HR Essentials for Small Businesses, presented by Jeff Watt, Real World HR Solutions, and it will be presented by one of our B2B persons, Nicole. Is Nicole here today? Nicole is here. No, she's not here today, but that will take place, and I don't see the date on there. Do you all see a date? I don't see a date. So, but click on, please. The QR code will lead you to the promised land. And if you are interested in renting a space or utilizing Incubizo, the space we're in right now, please click on again, scan this QR code to become a member, to use the conference room. There is a podcast studio here, which I think is super exciting, because I think more people need to do podcasts, because everyone in here has ideas that need to get out into the world that someone is waiting to hear. And so that's wonderful. So Josh and Carmen, thank you for setting that up. And PMP Photos has the picture from previous 1 Million Cup sessions, and they'll have one up today. Is this the time to take a picture? Is it the time? This is the time. Okay, this is the cue. So thank you. Thank you. All right, so PMP, it's your shot, right? All right, everybody, let's get ready. Let's consolidate to the middle of the room, and we are going to get our weekly photo. And our two presenters need to be right up front, Denitra and Dennis. Denitra and Dennis. Here's your cup. You get a cup.
You can do.
And Denitra. This way.
I'm sorry. I'm like, what's the floor?
Yeah, you gotta get it across. All right, guys. All right, count of three. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, and 3. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you all for coming. You're welcome to stay. Until what time? We gotta get out there. You don't have to. Yeah, 10:30. We'll have to put you out of here. But you're welcome to stay and work.
18. Nope. Last one. Okay. Yes. Oh, awesome. Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know what you want to talk about.
I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna need my basis. Yeah, he's like, oh, well, PJ, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, good. And it's just somebody we know, right? You have pretty nice colors. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. Pantry. Yes. My quick was going to do a selection for us. Diaper drive. Right around lunch. Yeah. So do you want to come on and talk about that? So, that would be great. Okay. Yeah.
Still people watching this.
shirt. I don't know so I'm just starting that. So I'm hoping to do it in person, but I can send you the picture. I'm going to do a workshop here. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so I just sent it to and that's not the past.
I'm back. I get it. Like that's the thing. It's like, I know it. You open the door. This. Drive by. This is like the big thing. People will not like that's open. Yeah. And I say I do it. I have to like 5 so much of this. Yes. How old? This is a body. This might be shower. Drop down to my size. My size.
Yes.